After several weeks in a courtroom reliving the trauma and turmoil of what happened to Sarah Yarborough, today her family and friends had their chance.
Sarah's death left our family broken. She left a huge hole in our hearts.
An opportunity to tell the judge what was taken from them on December 14th, 1991.
He stole the what could have beens, the what should have beens. He introduced me to evil. He made nightmares real.
16-year-old Sarah had just arrived on Federal Way High School's campus for a drill team competition. A short time later, her body was discovered nearby. She had been raped and murdered. Eyewitnesses saw a man leaving. This sketch was made, and 28 years later, with the use of genetic genealogy, detectives narrowed in and arrested Patrick Nicholas, who was found guilty.
I ask that you sentence the defendant to the longest sentence possible.
That's what Sarah's mother asked for, and so did Ann Croney, who traveled from out of state to tell her story.
On June 13th, 1983, at 10:30 in the morning, I was 21. I was leaning against the bumper of my car at a public park next to the Columbia River when Patrick Nicholas walked up to me and started a conversation.
She says he held a knife to her throat and attempted to rape her, but she managed to get away by jumping into the river. He was caught and sentenced to 10 years in prison, but let out and placed on parole after serving less than half that time, which is why he was in Federal Way in 1991.
1991. If the system had worked as it should, he should have still been in prison.
Today, a judge gave Nicholas an exceptional sentence of more than 45 years, a relief for Sarah's mother.
The goal was to make sure that no other vulnerable woman was bothered or injured or hurt or killed by the defendant, and we want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
The judge also said that Nicholas is not permitted to have any contact with members of the Yarborough family or friends. In the newsroom, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.